Hey guys, this is Richard from Okay. Hey guys, this is Richard from reefs.com. Thank you for joining me for this video. We're on the show floor of a Reef-A-Palooza Orlando 2025, and I'm in Maxspect booth with my friend Howard.
Hi guys.
How are you doing today?
Good.
First
Thank you
of all,
for dropping by.
Thank you for having us.
Okay.
You know, I was walking the show, and something caught my eye, and this one I think is, for me, my favorite item of this show. Can you show us about this Reefing?
Okay. Well, this is our newest scraper. We call it the Reefing scraper. Well, you may ask what's the difference, comparing the other, scraper on the market. Now, the one thing that highlights the scraper,
Sure.
Thank you, is that it's got a built-in whetstone, so you can actually sharpen the blade. Because, being a hobbyist myself, one of the chores that I do most is to clean my glass with the scraper. I've been using a lot of different scrapers. They always get dull within maybe 2 weeks.
Of course.
Even a brand new one, you put one on, 1 or 2 weeks later it's dull. You cannot clean it. And then you have to either just, keep using it, or you want to buy another replacement. It's not so much about the cost of buying replacement blade, it's just that the thought of having to live with the worn out blade, So why not just sharpen it? So I actually back then go to my kitchen and get a sharpener for my chef knife.
Yeah, like a whetstone, right?
Right, yeah. And I sharpened the blade, and I figured out that actually worked.
Right.
So then I start working on a new scraper that you can actually sharpen the blade.
Okay.
Now the one thing you want to change is the thickness of the blade. The other scraper has a really thin blade that warps and bends over time. So when I design the scraper, I make sure that it's a lot thicker. This is actually almost 3 times thicker than the traditional scraper blade that you have.
Really?
So you can see it here, it's a lot thicker, it's not gonna warp, it's not gonna bend.
Wobble, right?
Yeah, and at the same time, it makes it a lot easier to actually sharpen it. Okay? So because when you're talking about the scraper, this angle is gonna touch the glass, not the whole surface of the blade.
Right.
So when this particular angle gets worn out, you will lose the sharpness.
Right.
So what we really want is to restore that angle only, not the whole blade. We do not want to have a razor sharp blade that can
cut somebody.
Right?
Right.
So this is why when we design the whetstone, is such that you can only fit it perpendicular to the whetstone and you sharpen it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of the features. And the other one is when we do cleaning with the scraper, usually it's so strong, the magnet is so strong, it's really hard working to get it moving. So what we did is we added a gliding feet. This is acrylic. Gliding feet onto it, so that it will make it a lot easier for you to move the scraper around. You can actually try it. For example, the medium one that we have, it fits up to 5/8 of an inch glass. This is 5/8, right? So you can see I can actually move it with just one finger.
Yeah.
So
glide with ease, right?
Yep. But the idea is that your blade is going to last at least 3 times, if not longer, than any other blade in the scraper nowadays in the market. So it depends on how you use it, right? Like for example, that people with larger tanks, they do maintenance every day. Of course, it's going to worn out quicker, right? But the idea is that you can use it a lot longer, and you can, during the lifespan of the scraper, you can clean better with a cleaner, sharper blade. Yep.
So are these out in the market right now?
It is. It's already listed on bulkreefsupplies.com. So you can order them right now.
Gotcha. And what are the prices of these?
Okay, the large one is retail for $95 on VRS, and the small one's $46.
Gotcha.
I think they have a discount right now too. You probably go check it out. Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's surprising to me because for 1-inch thickness, that's actually very competitive in pricing.
Yeah, we are using the strongest magnet that money can buy on this scraper that will fit inside, of course. But we are not adding like a premium price onto it because we want to make sure that hobbyists can afford it. They want to try it out. They can get it. We don't want to put a expensive price tag on it. And then people just say, yeah, it's good stuff, it's too expensive, and I'm gonna pass on it.
Gotcha. And one other thing that really excited me was another stuff that you guys had showcased. Yes. You actually had a workshop on it yesterday, right?
Yeah, we did. A lot of people came to my workshop, and we actually gave away 4 of the products.
let's go talk about that product now.
Okay.
So we were talking about this a little bit earlier,
Yep.
and you had a workshop on this before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
we
can you
have
tell
a-
us a little bit more about this?
Okay,
please?
there's a lot of filter lenses on the market right now.
Yeah.
Most of them are made with bullets, right?
Right.
They work by filtering the blue lights out of
Right.
the wavelength that you get from the LEDs. It does a good job to a certain extent. It does filter out the blue, but it does it so well that it gets rid of all the blue, the violet, the cyan. So you don't get the blue washed out, but you also get a really bland color when you take, coral photos.
Okay.
By bland, I mean you don't get the pop. The fluorescence of the coral, you don't get it in the photo unless you go, touch it up afterwards. But with this lens, this is something that we have been working on for over 2 years.
Okay.
We look for different material. First of all, this is not acrylic, this is glass.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have what we call a monomer coating on it.
Okay.
The same coating that you expect from, like, for example, your sunglasses.
Right, like a UV coating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it does is it will reflect away a lot of the blue light, what we
Okay.
call the HEV, high energy visible light.
Okay.
The blue light. Now, so if you aim it at an angle, you can see the reflection on the lens that shows blue. But if you put it on top of, putting on something on white, you can see the tint, the orange tint is not as strong as the other lenses that you see in the market.
Gotcha.
The reason being we don't need to filter out all the lights. We can actually reflect away some of them.
Yeah.
The advantage of doing that is that we can pinpoint the amount of blue light to reflect away,
Yeah.
and keeping some of the like the violets, the
Yeah.
neo UV lights, to give that coral the pop it needs.
Yeah.
I think a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So I think let's see what it looks like
Sure.
with and without the lens.
Sure.
So you get a whole ship of 26 tickets. And if you buy 5 at once, we'll throw a bonus one in. So check it out. Also,
So we just took some time to check these out over the corals, and my hands-on experience on this was a really nice hefty weight to it, and I like the fact that it just clips on like a magnet like
Yeah,
this.
this is basically fully aluminum,
Okay.
CNC aluminum.
Yeah.
So it's got a premium look and feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's Maxspect compatible, so you can basically use it on any Apple phone
Right.
with Maxspect. So yes, it should be ready hopefully before the third quarter.
Gotcha. And
Yep.
then where could people get this when it comes out?
Most likely from BRS.
BRS?
They are distributing a product, and
Gotcha.
also from your local fish shops.
Gotcha. Well, Howard, thank you so much for spending some time with me to go over all your new innovative products.
You're welcome.
It's something that me and Jake used to talk about all the time, because it's what impacts us the most is the items that we use on a daily basis.
Right.
And we used to talk about how convenient things have gotten, that we use, it's harder to, we get lazy, and then we don't want to take out our DSLR every single time we take a photo.
Absolutely.
So something like this is so beneficial, and it makes things quick, or like quick identification or
Absolutely.
something like that.
This is perfect for taking snapshots too. I mean,
Exactly.
a lot of photographers, they have to spend time like like adjusting the shutter speed, the aperture,
Yeah.
white balance, to
Right.
get the right shot. But the average hobbyist, we don't have that kind of knowledge or time, to do that. So this is the product that hopefully, we have a lot of experience in taking photographs, and we want to make a product that will make the average hobbyist take good snapshot every
Right.
time
Right.
when they take it out.
I think it's gonna help a lot of people, because if you go to the Facebook groups for people asking for help,
Yep.
a lot of times it's just blue.
Yeah.
So something like these will definitely help, and it will help even people like me who constantly taking photos and videos of stuff. And glass cleaner, of course, we use it on an almost daily basis. So
Yep.
I mean, it's something that we use a lot. So I'm really glad to see something that you guys are, not reinventing the wheel, per se, but I mean, you guys are making things better and just keep improving on things.
Yep.
So I like to see that these kind of innovations as well. And Howard, like I said before, thank you so much for spending time with me. I look forward to your innovations. I look forward to coming out to the market first, so I could try out in my
Yep.
own tanks. And thank you again.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually use the strongest magnet that money can buy in this without adding a premium price onto it. So you're getting basically the same price as
Yeah.
the other scraper.
5 minutes in speaker room A. We got
like right here. I'm like, I bet you Greg is like standing right near me doing the video.
There's gonna be another one in 5 minutes.
I know.
Okay.